What's going on, everybody? Host Mo of the Max Football Podcast coming at your way with episode 3 of 3 today. And this one's going to be quick. I have for you my starting 11 for Saturday's game, tonight's game against Minnesota United. I only have a few changes to make from last week, so let's not waste too much more time. Let's hop on into it. In reality, considering all the injuries, there won't be too many changes. And if you know all the injuries, it means you watched the preview. Got 8 guys out, one of them off suspension, 7 of them due to injury, but one guy who's not injured, not suspended, and will be behind the post, or in between the posts, if you will, is none other than Duran Ferree. Let's face it, he has been the man for us lately, and I see no reason to take him out. Not like we even could, considering Pablo Ciscaniega is out. And CJ is just recently cleared to really compete for the spot and is better saved as a backup for the time being. We go to the right side, and this is the right fullback, I should say. This is my first change. My right fullback is not going to be Oscar Verhoeven. It will be Willie Camundo. Willie Camundo played about 15 minutes last week and looked the best defender we've had all game. The issues I have with Verhoeven are now known if you listen to the post game against San Jose. I think the kid just needs a rest. Willie can solidify the side, at least for the weekend, and give us a decent attacking option as well. And again, it gives Verhoeven a much needed rest. Speaking of someone who deserves a rest, but ain't getting it, Luca Bombino. Hate to tell him, he's not getting a rest. And the reason is we need him. We don't have any other defenders to part with. We don't have a left back that can play in his position, or even a right back that can play on the left side. Even when tired, he's average against decent attackers, and I think this is a bounce-back game for Luka. He may get an assist and maybe, just maybe, even open up his account in the MLS by scoring a goal. It's how it's possible. It could happen. Another setup that I want to talk about is going to be the center-back pairing. And now we know that Manu Dua is suspended off of a red card thanks to what went down at San Jose. But there's one guy returning, and he's fresh off suspension from his red card, and that's Christopher McVay. He's back to command the back line in hopes of bringing back some structure to it. He's been rated a top 10 center back this season in the MLS, according to SofaScore. And with Oswald Soe playing next to him, he might be the right person to help pair with the youngster. Speaking of Oswald Soe, he is my other center back because we don't have any other options. 2 games, 2 shaky appearances. There is obvious room for improvement, especially when you're 20, brand new to the league and country. I figured him and Duo would eventually rule the world in terms of defending, but it's not looking like it would be there just yet, so maybe Chris McVay can bestow upon him some wisdom and get him more comfortable in his role. I really hope McVay's the answer today, because McVay being out there with Soe, I'm hoping is going to be a lot more solidifying than it was when Duo and Soe were together. Because we need defensive structure. I have said it in the preview more than enough times. Defensive structure has to be privy in this one. Has to be priority, baby. Has to be priority. We move to the midfielders, and this setup, I'm not making any changes. I actually truly enjoyed playing with 2 attacking midfielders and 1 defensive midfielder, so that's where we're going to start. My defensive mid is none other than El Capitan himself, Jeppe Tverskov. I think Jeppe is a massive part of this team. When he's not in it, there's woes. Clearing the ball, playing strong defensively, and being able to really flow the ball through the middle of the pitch is almost non-existent when Jeppe Tverskov is not there. I've ranted and raved about how he won't shut up the referees, but I'd rather have him on the pitch than off of it. I already talked about it. I'm going 2 attacking today. And the first attacking midfielder that I want to brag about, and I think maybe, just maybe, he might score one today. And that's other than David Vasquez. David Vasquez should 100% play in the 10 role today. He should be the attacking midfielder, the one going the most forward, while Valakari, and I've already given that whole side away, drops more towards the middle to help out Tverskov in the middle of the pitch itself. He's been shown, David Vasquez, to be a very good ball control player, someone who could break down players and play through tiny open spaces, and has shown that he can score goals, no problem. I think David Vasquez is the perfect move to pair with these other two fellas. And the last guy, I had already kind of spoiled it, Oni Valakari. Oni Valakari got a 7 from me rating-wise last week because of how well he did attacking. If he can have a repeat performance from that tonight and add on an assist or a goal, he'll probably score an 8, nearly a 9. Oni Valakari is our true attacking midfielder, but I feel like he's gotten comfortable playing a central midfield role rather than an attacking midfield role, which is why I lean with David Vasquez being the one going up more than anything else. Now let's start with the front line, and this front line is already going to be wishy-washy, so let's start with let's start with one that we know. And the first one is going to be Anders Dreyer, who has to play on the right wing because we don't have anybody else willing or good enough to play on the right wing, even though he is another one that could use a rest. Coming off of playing for Denmark, for his country, Denmark, coming off of playing all these tiresome games, playing in Mexico and all sorts of stuff, he deserves a rest. But again, just like Luca Bambino, he ain't going to get one. Now, my last two are changes from last week. I'm going to start on the left. Lewis Morgan will not be your starting left winger. I would select Brian Zamblé to play on the left. The reason is because he is someone who's more than willing to break down defenders and find open space and take advantage of said open space. He has no problem shooting in front of goal. He has no problem crossing the ball. He's got high energy and really fresh legs considering the little bit amount of footy he's played this season. Brian Zamblé could be a massive impactful player for San Diego FC if started on the left side. And last but not least is the striker. And I said I was going to make changes, and somebody's already yelling, but Marcus Vargston is really good. But Marcus Vargston needs this. But Marcus this. But Marcus that. But in Vargston this. And in Vargston, I don't care. I need selfish players playing through the middle. If Chucky Lozano was an option right now, I'd have him at striker because at least then I know if he gets an opportunity, he's not going to hesitate. He's not going to sit on it. He's going to put it in the back of the net. So, the guy I have changing him out is someone who I know is ruthless and is someone who didn't get as fair of a shake as he did last weekend because he played out of position. So I sit Marcus Vargston, and in my opinion, we start Lewis Morgan up top. He will finish goals. He will pace. He will rush. He will press. He will do everything that we need him to do to help ensure that we get a W. That's my starting 11. I'm telling you guys, I got quick episodes a day. We had about a 15-minute one. Now we got one under 10 minutes. Enjoy the game. Enjoy your time. If you're at Snapdragon and you see your boy there, come say what's up. Give you too sweet. Maybe we get you a little quick interview or whatever, throw you on the Max Footy Pod with your boy. We appreciate y'all hanging on. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button before we get out of here. I haven't said it in any of the other videos, but it's all good. Don't trip, Trader Chip. We will see y'all around the bend. We will catch y'all in the next one. And when we be back, it is time for the post-game review. Let's hope it goes a heck of a lot better than it did in NorCal last week. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.